everybody, I'm here today to tell you how to be an amazing driver for beginners. In this video, I'll be going over 7 specific things that you can do to be an amazing driver if you are a beginner driver. Now, many of these things can also be applied to experienced drivers, but they are especially unbelievably important for people that have just got their license rather recently. Now, I classify beginner drivers as people who basically have had their license for less than a year, but some people classify them as, less than 2 years or less than 6 months, whatever the case is. But if you're a beginner, this is the video for you. If you know a beginner, share this video with them so that they can be an amazing driver. Let's get right into it. Number 1 is be humble. You want to be humble. Make sure that you are showing humility. Listen up. Right now, when you're watching this, okay, you are literally at the least amount of driving experience that you will ever have in your life. Tomorrow, in an hour from now, in 1 minute from now, you will theoretically have more driving experience than you do right now. So with that being said, you need to realize that and show your humility and be humble about that fact. You're not the best driver in the world. Maybe one day you will be, but right now you're probably not, okay? Unless you are the best driver in the world and you're watching this, but you're probably not watching this if you're the best driver in the world. So be humble and realize that you have a long way to go and a lot more to learn because you are a beginner. The second thing is get out of your comfort zone and do it slowly. Now, a lot of people want to get out of their comfort zone. They get their license and immediately they're on roads that they're unfamiliar with, fast roads, highway roads, and so forth. And that's not the best way to do it. You should get out of your comfort zone because you don't want to be that person who's afraid to drive on the highway when you've had your license for 40 years, but you want to do it slowly. So start off by getting out of your comfort zone just a little bit. Go onto some streets that maybe are a little bit faster than you're used to, a little bit further away from your central zone, like from your neighborhood, and then work your way onto the highway and then longer stretches and so forth. Sorry about that. The third thing that you need to do is never stop learning. Listen, I've had my license for, 15 years or so, just over 15 years actually. And I do a lot of driving instructional videos on this channel, as you probably know and you may have seen, but I still watch a lot of driving tutorials to learn, more about driving. I still talk to driving instructors, professional driving instructors. I still read driving blogs because I realize that there is always more to learn. And that's coming from a person who does driving every single day and teaches driving pretty much every single day. But with that being said, when you're a beginner, you need to always continue learning. And especially now, it's crucial because you're going to build those skills and build those good habits. So remember, learn right now and then keep learning, okay? The fourth thing is always wear your seatbelt. Now you'll notice I'm not wearing my seatbelt because I'm parked, but I will tell you, like literally, if I were to put this car in reverse and reverse back 6 inches, I would put my seatbelt on. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. I literally always wear my seatbelt because you just don't know what's going to happen. I could reverse my car 6 inches and someone could come and just hit the back of my car, and I want to be prepared for that. So that's why. I mean, I'm parked in a parking lot, so I'm not moving right now, so I'm not wearing my seatbelt. But if I was moving at all, if the car was moving even the slightest bit, I would put my seatbelt on. Number 5 is never assume what other drivers will do. This is one of the things that many beginner drivers, especially when they're younger, what they do wrong. Because when you're young, you sort of feel like you're invincible. You feel like you're the king or queen of the road, of life, of everything. That translates to your driving. So you see someone with their signal on and you feel so overly confident, okay? Overly confident, unrightfully so, overly confident, that you just assume that they're going to turn, right? Their signal's on, so they're going to turn. So you proceed, they end up not turning, and then you get T-boned. And that's when accidents happen. Then it's like, whose fault is it? Well, they have their signal on, but you still cut in front of them. So and it doesn't matter whose fault it is because you still got into an accident, which you want to avoid. Sorry about that, I'm just coming over a cold right now. So never assume what other drivers will do. Always try and figure out what they're likely to do and act, prepare yourself for what they're likely to do, but don't assume that they're going to do anything. The 6th thing is to get rid of distractions. Your cell phone, your mirrors when you're looking at yourself when you're driving, your passengers that are screaming at you, your loud music. Get rid of distractions. Listen, it's never good to drive distracted, but as you gain more experience, you could put the music a little bit louder. You could talk to your passengers as you're driving. You will gain that experience to gain those skills to do that. But when you're just sort of still learning, because even though you have your license, you're still learning. You're still learning a lot of things. So, you know, when you're a beginner driver, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are driving with absolutely no distractions. One quick little tip, because I know you'll probably put your cell phone away, hopefully. You're not going to let your passengers yell and shout. You're not going to blare your music. But what you should do is, I always recommend creating a playlist. This way you're not searching for radio stations over and over. Create a playlist of like 100 songs. And this way you know you're good for several hours of it going over. And then when you're done the 100 songs, shuffle it again and you're going to be like, woo, in the zone again, because you know, you're not going to remember the order, especially when you're shuffling the playlist. So create a playlist this way you're not fiddling around with the radio. Last but not least is number 7. Don't fall into the common bad driving habits. There are so many common bad driving habits. Not, you know, driving without wearing your seatbelt, not turning your head when you're reversing. These are just a few of them. Not signaling when you change lanes or turn. Not signaling when you're reversing is a big deal. You know, like rolling stop signs, doing things that aren't legal, like making a right when it says no right-hand turns, making a U-turn when it says no U-turns. All of these bad driving habits that I see experienced drivers demonstrate, like over 100 times a day I see these things happen, just driving to and from work, okay? So don't fall into them because they're dangerous for you and for everyone else around you. So now that you have the ability and you're still fresh, right, as a driver, don't fall into them. And that's basically it. In this video, I've told you how to be an amazing driver for beginners. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.